Winter break. My name is Patrick Huang, and I am the tournament director of the Victoria Junior Chess Club. Today we'll be looking at a game played at the December Island Junior Rapid Online, held on Sunday, December 13th. Playing white is Dion Esheagani, and playing black is Jeffrey Leung. Both sides played extremely well, and this turned out to be a very instructive game, and in my opinion, the best game of the event. The trap used in this game is also very common, so it'll be useful for you guys to know what it is and how to properly defend against it. Let's get right into it. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, d6, bishop c4, and h6. So it's just a pretty normal opening up until here, where black plays h6. It's not really necessary. The idea behind the move makes sense, as black wants to avoid knight f6, playing knight f6, and then knight g5, which will attack this pawn. So black wants to avoid knight f6, knight g5, and there's no good way for black to defend the f7 pawn. However, black can simply play here, instead of h6, black can play bishop e7. And this is a much more useful move compared to h6. Bishop e7 develops and prepares black for castling, while h6 doesn't do anything useful, and may even be a liability or a weakness in the future. After something like, after bishop e7, white might play castles, knight f6, knight g5, and now black now has castles defending this f7 pawn. Instead, black plays h6 here, and white castles. Black plays knight f6, white plays d3, and here black plays knight g4. This isn't the best move in this position. Black is not ready to initiate any sort of attack at the moment. He is definitely underdeveloped and won't be able to succeed in any sort of attack unless white makes some big mistakes. The calm bishop e7 here, bishop e7, would lead black to a decent game after something like bishop e3, castles, so bishop e3, castles, a3, and bishop e6, with a pretty balanced position. So instead, black plays knight g4. And here white plays h3. Pretty intuitive move, trying to kick away this knight. And black plays h5. So this is a big mistake. It sets up the fishing pole trap. So in many cases, this trap is actually a mistake because it doesn't work if white defends properly. In fact, here it is a mistake because white has a way to defend against black's attack. So here, white plays h takes g4, and this is an excellent move, although another possible idea that would have been slightly stronger is knight g5. And this attacks the f7 pawn, while still threatening this g4 knight. Black's best defense is to play d5 here, and after d5, bishop takes d5. This pawn is still under attack, and knight h6 is forced to defend this f7 pawn, and f4. White is clearly the one in control, and black's position is pretty depressing. So here, after h5, knight g5 is a very good move here. But instead, white plays h takes g4, which is still a really good move, and black plays h takes g4 back. And here, white plays bishop g5. So this is not the right defense. What black is hoping for is knight e1. So knight e1, black can now play queen h4, and this forces checkmate. If white tries to play f3, trying to escape with the king, black can cut him off with g3, and this prevents white's king from escaping, and no matter what, black will be able to play either queen h1 or queen h2, checkmate the very next move. So the right defense in this position is to play knight g5 with the same idea as before, just attacking the f7 pawn while cutting off black's queen from reaching the crucial h4 square. Black is down material and under attack, so white is clearly better in this position. But instead, white plays bishop g5, and black plays bishop e7, and now white has to take, and white plays knight d2 here, which is the final big mistake. This falls right into white's trap, and as seen before, now black can play queen h4, and now white can no longer stop black from checkmating him. He tries f4, g3, rook f2, but no matter what, queen h1, and that is checkmate. This was definitely a really instructive game, featuring the very common fishing pole trap. Take note of how black set it up and how dangerous it can be when the other side doesn't know what they're doing. At the same time, also pay careful attention to the proper way of defending against it so that your opponents won't be able to use it against you. Overall, it was good play by both sides. I hope you found this interesting and maybe you learned something new today. Thanks for watching and hope to see you at the next tournament.